Hello and welcome back. Thank you as always for taking the time to watch my videos. I'm moving on here to my second completed custom that I ever made. This is Max Mactacish. He is, once again, a figure from Bully. Character from Bully, I should say, figure that I had made. He is one of the prefects, so if you're out there causing trouble and mayhem, he is going to be one of 4 that are there to put the foot down. So he is made, the body base structure is made from a Big Show action figure. I actually believe I used a Big Show for all 4 of the prefects. I've completed 3 of them at this point. One is still a work in progress. I haven't finished him. He's been kind of sitting dormant for about 2 years now, but the body is made from there. I just wanted them to be a little bit bigger, kind of tower over some of the other figures, give them that kind of like giant, authority type figure feel. So obviously I had to put different hands on, and then obviously different head sculpts and whatnot. So the head sculpt is from a Jax figure as well of John Cena. So let's go ahead and dive in here. Once again, use cloth for the figure. A little bit different this time. Didn't use any kind of sewing, which I forgot to mention on the Zach Owens figure. Basically just used fabric glue for these. So what I had done is sculpted the bottom part of the shirt as well as the upper part and the tie. And you can notice on this one here, this one goes a little bit low, but you should be able to see that as well. So then basically just put the fabric over them, formed it to the figure, and then got it to work. It's kind of the same thing applied with the pants. I believe I put a rubber band in the waistband of these so they stayed up as well. So you can see it kind of got bunched up back here. I remember when actually making this figure, I kind of started to think that, man, I don't know if cloth is the way to go. Maybe I should start working on, actually sculpting the clothes onto the figure. So that's when I started learning about that and how to sculpt what looks to be cloth and using different techniques to try to get that effect when making other figures. But he has the articulation, once again, you would expect from a Jax figure line. We have the up and down as well as the back and forth with the arms. Bends at the elbow and also has a wrist joint. Wrist will turn left and right, and then obviously up and down. Same thing goes for the other arm as well. And then as legs, we just have a back and forth hip joint, as well as bending at the knees, and your typical back and forth with the feet. I did sculpt the laces and parts of the shoe on because the wrestling figures generally only have boots on and don't really have laces down below. It's usually the lace-up part on the upper part of the boot. So gave me a little bit of experience as far as sculpting shoes and everything goes, which actually came in really handy when I made Ellie from The Last of Us for my very first Secret Santa event, which now would be 3 years ago. I'm right in the middle of current Secret Santa, which I can't tell you what I'm making, but it will be revealed hopefully here in the next couple months. So with the head sculpt, with the John Cena, I believe I do remember I sculpted a couple of the facial features. See if I can kind of get them under the camera here. I believe I gave him kind of more of a strong jawline, sculpted the hair a little bit different, so it looked more like Max's from the game. And once again, didn't do too much with the eyes, but I actually did add a highlight this time, so I got a little bit more brave when working on this figure. So I always try to improve just a little bit more every time I do something, and I really felt I kind of did that with him. But as I had mentioned before, thought that maybe cloth was not the way to go unless it was, it made sense to do so on a figure. So that is my review for him. Nothing too complex. Like I said, very basic figures, kind of getting a good feel for how customizing worked. And that is all I have.